Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss Avatar: The Last Airbender, North and South, 3-book comic book graphic novel series. Came out September 2016, January 2017, April 2017, I believe. I believe it was a 4-month thing in between each thing. April 2017. So, Sokka and Katara are finally back to the Southern Water Tribe after their adventures with the Avatar. The 100-Year War was still going on when they were last in the Southern Water Tribe. They have not been back since. So, Sokka and Katara get to the Southern Water Tribe, and they're expecting to see their village. They're expecting to see Grand and their huts and, stuff. But it's now a metropolis. It's in the it's in the works of being a metropolis. And so they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. This isn't the Southern, Water Tribe that they knew and loved and grew up with. What's happening? So they come across their aunt who's selling, her famous seal jerky on the street of the city. They meet these builders who are building a building, and they have a fight with them. But then their father is now, it's not just Chief Hakoda, it's Chieftain Hakoda, Master Chieftain Hakoda. So it's a big title, it's a big honor. But Hakoda is working with Marina and Malik, who are two Northern Water Tribe entrepreneurs, engineers. They had a secret plan to transform the Southern Water Tribe into, a civilization instead of, snow people, huts and stuff, because the Water Tribe is a civilization, it's a big city. And so, it's a big city. And so, to civilize the people, they're bringing all this different machinery because they figured out that there's a massive supply of oil under the Southern Water Tribe, that they're going to bring all these machines in and partner with Earth and Fire Refinery. Toph comes in at some point as a, executive partner. And so the objective is to get the oil out to, make more machines and power up all the machines so the world can unite again, right? Good in theory. But the alternate plot is Malik and Marina had the original idea to take ownership of the oil in the name of the Northern Water Tribe, and the Southerners would have no claim to it. But Marina fell in love with Chieftain Hakoda, and so she decided, no, the Southerners deserve their own lands. They don't deserve to be taken over. I'm not a part of this. But in the midst of all this, there's an old general, Gilek, G-I-L-A-K, I think, Gilek. He fought side by side with Hakoda during the 100-Year War, fighting on, Whaletail Island and fighting different, Fire Nation soldiers and stuff, saved each other's lives. They're brothers, right? But Gilek is bringing up another movement where the Southerners deserve their own land. Foreigners are not welcome. So there's a battle. There's now a civil war that's started, even though there's only 2 technical Northerners on the South Pole shore at this present moment. So Gilek riles up his own troops and they attack a festival, and he gets thrown in jail, and he gets escaped from jail, and he fights and he steals King Kyue. Now King Kyue and Fire Lord Zuko come to represent the Fire Nation and the Earth Kingdom respectively, because they are the rulers of both Fire Nation and Earth Kingdom respectively. They come to a council meeting, a sit down with Chieftain Hakoda. Aang is technically the only airbender left, so he's the only one still technically really representing the air people, the air nomads. So all 4 nations are being represented at this meeting, and Hakoda says, listen, I want to make massive ports, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to have embassies in all of your, kingdoms, I want to make sure that the Southern Water Tribe is being represented, and that way it gives us a chance to visit you, and you a chance to visit us. That way we can establish some trade. Great in theory, right? Bring new life into this new world. Have the different nations come together. The different nations, the different kingdoms come together. So the meeting is interrupted, of course, by Hyrik, and so he kidnaps King Kyue. Poor Bosco the bear misses his best friend dearly. And so there's a trade that's coming about, and Sokka creates chainmail to prevent chi blocking, which was so genius. But it was nice seeing Sokka, Katara, Toph, Zuko, and Aang all together again, Team Avatar, helping to fight Hakoda. Hakoda is stabbed at some point. Katara, he heals him. Hakoda is caught kissing Marina, Lena, and and you know, Sokka and Katara are taken aback because that's not their mother. Their mother's obviously dead, but how dare Melina kiss their father? So it's a whole thing. Katara's trying to warm up to Melina to make sure that her dad is happy and safe, and love is, you know, a factor of it. So she has to save Melina at some point. Hakoda saved again. Hylik, I can never say his name. He, you know, kills himself by letting go when they're all flying over a valley. It was a whole rope bridge incident, but he like says, "You'll never win, Hakoda," and like lets himself drop down. But like, that's the thing. This is the last collection of Avatar comics within our Team Avatar, our original Team Avatar. Yes, you have Toph's Metal Bending Academy. Toph's metal bending students are in this as well. Yes, you have the Suki alone. You have Katara and the Water, you know, Pirates or whatever that book is called. We talked about those, but like that's like side stories between the shows, right? This is the sequel stories. This is the end of book 4, but like, what happens next? Like, is Hylik still actually dead? Is his name Hylik? Is it Hyrik? I have to look this up. It's gonna drive me nuts. Drive me nuts. Gilek. Gilak. Gilek. Did he actually die? What happens next, right? What's the time period when the Southern Water Tribe becomes the massive metropolis that we do know from Avatar: The Last Air, from The Legend of Korra? So, like, we know eventually, 80 years later, of what happens with the different kingdoms and what happens with the Southern Water Tribe. It's now a giant metropolis. But, like, how long does it take to get that way? Are we going to see Cranefish Town again prior to it becoming Republic City? Is there a story of how Cranefish Town got the name Republic City? I'm sure there's a story. I would love to see that story. I want more sequel comics for the Team Avatar from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I want more comics from The Legend of Korra. We only got two comic book series of that, representing book 5, quote unquote, right after Korra and Asami come back from the spirit world. What happens next? So, like, there's so much information within the two different franchises being in the same world on two different spots of the timeline, because so much happens in between the story that we're actually given, but then so much happens in between the time period that we don't even see. So I really want to see what happens next. I really want more. I want more comics. I want more shows. I want more movies. I want respectable movies. I had to rephrase all of that. I want more. But Avatar: The Last Airbender, North and South, an amazing, amazing finish to our book 4, I guess you could call it, in 2017. 2017? I said 2017, right? I feel like I said 2017. I feel like it was only 5 years ago. April 2017. I was right. I got it. I said it. We talked about it. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.